Hi guys, welcome to my Obama Hope poster demo video. Today we'll be taking a look at how to create this in Photoshop. So once you guys have gone in and downloaded the template that I posted a link for in the description, we can get started. The first thing that we need to do is get our high resolution photo into this document. And you can do that simply by clicking File Place and then telling the dialog box where that photograph is on your computer. I'm going to go ahead and click the place button right here, and you'll see that it inserts this photograph. I chose Walt Disney right in the middle of my template, and I'm going to resize that. And once I get the size around where I want, this looks about good right here, I'm simply going to hit the enter button to accept those changes. Now we need to go in and we need to play around with getting rid of the background. We don't want that included, but we've got this little symbol down here, the smart object symbol, which will prevent us from actually getting rid of the background. So by two-finger clicking on the layer, we're going to select Rasterize Layer, which removes that smart objects icon. As you can see right there, it's gone now. And it'll allow us to actually go in with the quick selection tool and start selecting areas that we want to delete from our actual multicolor stencil. With the quick selection tool highlighted or selected, we can go in and we can start to select the background. And one thing that works out a little bit easier when using this tool is making sure that any layer that you already have visible is that visibility turned off. The quick selection tool kind of gets screwed up that way. So I'm going to turn off all my layers, and I'm going to select the Refine Edge tool to just clean up the edges right here. And I'll go around the perimeter just to clean up the edges so that it doesn't look so chunky. I'll accept those changes and click OK. And with that selected, I press the delete button, and now my background is gone. I'm going to deselect what I had and then go in and click desaturate. Now I have a black and white image in which I can make all of my selections from: shadows, highlights, midtones. First I'll start off with shadows, create a new layer, rename it shadows, and with the shadows already selected, go in and fill that with a dark blue color. As you can see, once I click OK, my dark blue color pops up on the screen. I can toggle on and off the visibility of the original photograph, and I can show you what that ends up looking like. I'm going to follow these steps through the midtones, changing it to light blue, and the highlights, changing it to sort of a light yellow color. Once I get all my colors organized, I go ahead and turn off the visibility of my photograph, and I turn on the visibility of all three new layers: shadows, midtones, and highlights. I'm going to double click on the background layer and change it to something that pops a little bit more like this red. And then I'm going to add a rectangle shape at the bottom that I change the color using the eyedropper to blue, and then transform that layer, growing it a little bit by using the shortcut Command T. I'm going to move the new rectangle and my layer with text on it all the way up to the top. I'm going to type a word that fits this image a bit. I like the word imagine. I'm going to select a font that fits and a size and change the color to something that works with my image a little bit better. Center it, and it looks like we're pretty good to go. You know what? I think cap locks would be good with this. Once you've got everything figured out and placed in the areas that you want, it's time to save. We'll go click File, Save As. You can name it with whatever name you feel comfortable that you can find it with, but make sure once you name it, you do not change the three letters to the right of it. Keep those PSD. Now, to print this file, we're simply going to click File, Save As. This time in the Format option, we're going to select JPEG. We're going to select the image options to make them stay the same, and once we click Save, you can see there's our image.